Hey everypony! Sorry for yet another unexpected break, but now it's time to get back up to date with the series again. Before I start, I just want to say to all my fellow Brony and Pegasister friends that since it has now finally opened, I really hope you all enjoyed the My Little Pony movie if you saw it this weekend, or will enjoy it if you're going to go see it but haven't yet. I can't see it until October 20th though, as it doesn't open in the UK until then. And although I am aware of them, I refuse to watch any leaked versions in the meantime. The only way I'm going to see the film for the first time is at the cinema on opening night. So...
No, darlings. Please, no spoilers. But no spoilers!
Thank you, Rarity. And now onto the review. Speaking of Rarity, let's see how she manages a particularly bad hair day in It Isn't the Main Thing About You. When Pinkie Pie accidentally covers her shop and Rarity in silly string, they both venture to Sakura's home, where they receive a removal potion and special shampoo for their respective cleanups. Unfortunately, the two get mixed up, leading to quite possibly my favourite Rarity scream ever.
My mane feels lighter already.
With an important photo shoot on the horizon, Rarity desperately seeks any and every solution to ensure her mane grows back in time. For this episode, we welcome back Josh Haber, who returns as both a writer and additional story editor alongside Joanna Lewis and Christine Sonko, whether we wanted him to or not. I know Haber tends to get a mixed reception from fans, and while I can't say he's my favourite writer for the show, I do believe he's better than a lot of people make him out to be. And if nothing else, this episode is a prime example of just what he can deliver. While this may not stand as one of the overall best of the season, I would definitely have to say that it is one of the funniest. After what feels like forever, it's wonderful to see Sakura in a main role again. And indeed, some of the best moments here come simply from her dialogue and Brenda Critchlow's delivery. I often think that she must be a challenge to write for, as it surely can't be easy to keep coming up with rhymes that fit naturally with both the narrative and the character. But somehow, the writers and Brenda both always deliver, which always makes it a treat when Sakura appears. As she causes the mess when throwing a party for the anniversary of the Kate twins' first sneezes, Pinkie gets the story going with some amusing moments. But after the first act, she unfortunately becomes a bit of an afterthought, as she doesn't make another appearance until near the end of the episode. Rarity's misfortune is where the laughs come most frequent and at their strongest, with one particular highlight among many including a scene where she turns to Twilight and Starlight to help her grow a mane using magic, with unsuccessful results.
But it has to come from somewhere.
Oh, you can't just make a mane with magic. The results could be disastrous. More disastrous than this?
But there is genuine sympathy to be found for her as well, as her scrambling across Ponyville for a way to fix her mane just gets her nowhere. And without it, she feels unrecognisable to the general public. In what is actually a rather smart twist on what is otherwise an expected moral, Rarity learns that she was the only pony holding her back from showing herself or pushing herself to still look fabulous, out of fear of public disdain from her damaged mane, and what she needed was to find a new way and new style to express herself with. That is a good lesson with an easily relatable execution, reminding us that while it is easy and common to fall into states of stress and sadness when things don't always go right for us, it's not the end of the world, and there are still ways you can come out looking and feeling positive. This is exactly what Rarity does when she adapts a really cool looking punk rock mane style and outfit, that quickly proved to be very popular among fans. I actually kinda wish they kept this star for her for more episodes. It's a great look for her, and would have also provided some clever passage of time continuity as she waited over the following months for her mane to grow back. But alas, the ending jumps forward in time to when her mane has fully returned. It's definitely not a detractor for the episode though, I just think it would have been cool to see. Outside of the main characters, there's also a surprising number of cameos from secondary ponies. Some of them are easy to spot on an initial viewing, like Bonbon and Carrot Top shopping for flowers, and Berry Punch in her first ever speaking role, while others are hidden in the background or pass by more quickly, like Apple Bloom talking to Burnt Oak, Granny Smith and Grandpere working at a market stall, or Big Mac and Sugar Belle walking together. These little extras make this one of those episodes that you possibly have to watch twice just to notice them all. But then there's such a vast amount of fun to be had that this is one that should reward and hold up well on many repeat viewings. While the story may have one or two conveniences for humour's sake, like Sakura failing to mark the identical bottles that could have prevented the hair loss from ever happening, it isn't the main thing about you, it's still a highly entertaining episode. It's a simple and predictable story, but this is one of those times where I think it's allowed to be just that. It may not provide too much depth to the narrative, or invite as much debate or discussion as other episodes, but it is still really nice and refreshing to watch an episode that's just a pure and simple slice of life comedy. A greatly humorous comeback for Josh Haber, I'm gonna give it a gold star score of 9 out of 10. So that was my review on this episode. Now as always, it's over to you. Let me know what you thought of this one in the comments. And until next time, thank you all for watching and keep shining on, every pony.